Hey guys, this is a re-recording. This is a retake. I accidentally did. Leave the station now. So, here on the Clifton Mountain Railroad, we have to climb up a big hill. You'll see it soon enough because we have to climb up every single day. Here. Here on the Arlington Winter, we have to take a lot of tours. And every single day of the week, we're a busy touring railroad. So come along with us sometime. Time for a fun journey on our little line. These are the facilities of the island. As the fact controller was saying, Albert said, "Thank you for bringing me here, fact controller. No problem. Well, it's better than the National Railway Museum in New York," said Albert to the fact controller. Albert literally said, "It's better than my heritage site, where I spend most of my time," he said. But, hey Wilbur, yeah? My heritage site in Southern Wales did not like me. Did not like me. And Wilbur then replied back with saying, as he said, "What do you mean they don't like you? I mean, I barely am moving. I barely move. For instance, moving all the way from that heritage site up in Wales to right here, up in here, took me. I first had to get steamed up. I first had to get steamed up, which I haven't in over 85 years since the Furness Railway closed, all the way back then. I mean, I don't know why my new manager hates me. If only Mr. Pettigrew was here, he would have solved the problem. If only I miss Mr. Pettigrew. I miss him. He was our old controller, and I kind of miss it a lot. But that Rebecca story will only be for season 6 as a part of two-part Rebecca centric story arc that I will have for season 6 or something. I don't know. No. Because they're going to have the same season 6 and 5. Every season later will have the same intro. I mean, is it true that Wilbur? Is it true that Edward's here? Edward? Yeah. And also, guys, some stuff that I wanted to have in the actual episode that I'm gonna pluck from from the apple from. As Albert was too happy. As he said, when he heard that Edward was here, he was happy, saying, "Edward, where are you, old Eddie? Eddie?" Just like in Thomas's old line, but unlike what happened with that particular episode, and yes, I will remake it someday. And yes, I will remake that original recording of the episode so you can get the full extent of what happened. Remember what I taught him back in the Furness days. I taught him back when the Furness. I mean, no doubt he forgot my teaching. No doubt he has forgotten my teaching. Like how to handle loads of stuff. I bet Edward is as clumsy as he was when he joined the Furness Railway. The day he joined the Furness Railway. Now, just like in Thomas's old line story, which I will be related to this video description, I bet Edward doesn't even know how to. I bet Edward doesn't even know how to shun anymore. I mean, I taught him well back in the Furness days. But then again, I had to rescue him all the time from the wrath of Mr. Pettigrew. Mr. Pettigrew all the time. Because every time he delivered his frame wrong, I would always have. I mean, he was such a clumsy oaf back in the Furness Railway. Wait, I can't believe Mr. Engines. Meet a visit engine from the National Railway Museum in York. Hello, my name. Is that you, Albert? Is that you, Albert? Haven't seen you in so many years. What's happened to you? To you, Edward? As Albert said, Edward, is that you? Is that you? Yes. As Albert, Edward can... As Albert requested that he can he have some minutes alone with, as he said, I can't believe it, this is where you ended up? Do you still know how to do everything I taught you back in the Furnace days? It's a standard thing for me. To, however, some of your pricks, like, like, like your fear alive or alive are quite interesting. Like, where the souls of undead humans and stuff, and how in the space-time continuum, how time travel could work. You had your driver was. What happened to your driver? My driver was labeled as a crackpot, Edward, after the Furnace Railway closed. My driver was committed to a sane asylum for life. I mean, he was a crackpot for decades back on the Furnace Railway, remember? Remember? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do remember how much of a pot he was. I mean, even though he made some outstanding theories about how the universe might work, they were all proved by the guy named Copernicus. I mean, if your Bible was a crap hot for years, I understand why he was committed to where? The mental institution. I don't even know where he is, but he's still behind the walls in the same asylum to the day, so they say. Can we just, because I can. As Edward said this, saying, to this day they say, yeah, I don't think my driver's even at that same asylum anymore. He mutters to himself. I don't think my driver's even at that same asylum anymore. Why? I have a strong feeling in my Mobot that he died years ago. And they keep sending me letters from my. I mean, he was committed back in He was committed to that same asylum back in 1912, and now it's rough. Whenever I say this season take place, he was committed back on April 14th, the same day that the Titanic sank. He was committed in that same asylum the day that the Titanic went underwater. As the same day that the Titanic ship went underwater. He was committed on April 14th, 1912 to that to a very good sane asylum that has dealt with years as Edward later. I don't know if he's dead or alive either. I mean, my driver used to get contact, but after he was committed to that, but after the 40s, he lost all contact. They stopped sending him mail, so there might be precedent for the fact that he's dead. I mean, he could have possibly died in the same walls, but there's no reason for him to die. I don't think he did die. If he was still in the wall, how old was he when he was locked up again? 45. And this is 51. And we're somewhere in the when this story happened, they were somewhere in the mid 1950s. I always told you when season 5 might take place. They're already somewhere in the mid-1950s. And being how he's been locked up in 1912, I don't think he's alive. I don't think he's alive. I think you're right that he died. Or I could just add the fact controller. I mean, he knows a lot of people. I mean, he was chairman of the railway board. So after the day's work had been done, Edward thought about what Edward would pop slowly back into his shed saying, I can't believe it. The guy Driver was a crackpot guy that believed in the existence of parallel universes that exist in holes. This thing called holes. I don't know their sign. I mean, that was one of his most crazy theories, and I understand why he must have been put in a sand asylum. I mean, just think about it. He was put in one because Edward, yeah, even though it would be too painful, even though it will be too painful, yes. As Albert said, you know what, Edward? What? I want to tell your new friends a story of the Minnesota of. Has anyone ever heard of a story of the Furness Railway? Edward said no, they haven't. Why haven't they? He wondered. Because we're still trying to figure out what caused the Minnesota to go broke. We've been piecing together the puzzle since the Minnesota closed. I don't know much about the Minnesota, but I will tell your friends a story. Gather around, engines. It's story time, Albert said. Gather around, engines. You know what time it is? No? It's story time! Alright, today's story? The Furness Railway. Wait. And this story is going to be how Edward failed Mr. Pettigrew for the 18th time. I mean, he failed him so many times, more than 18, but it's simpler. Anyway, let's get on with it. And this was the story I told that night. On the day that I remember, and yes, I know that the tender doesn't match the Edward model, but it's the best I got. It's the best we got. But on the day that I really remember, you were at the work that day. Yeah, so I was. So you didn't see me. Mr. Pettigrew wasn't mad at me that day. Hey, he was mad at me because I misplaced my tender there for sure. But what happened was, I took my very first passenger train ever for the Furness Railway, and from there it all, clicked. From there it all kind of clicked. I was the prominent passenger engine for the Furness Railway, but eventually, hard time came upon our line. I was just pulling out of Sycamore when I saw the line that normally number 98 ran close. But I didn't think much of it until the day that Mr. Pettigrew told us that our line was close. I don't know how many times I remember I was still chuffing along, but with every single station closed and every depot closed, there was no need for the furnace. Turns out it was the furnace was dealing with the Rotten Railway, like the Barnhill Railway, and so they blamed us for all the. And one of my passengers even said that it felt good to take one last pass. One of my passengers later told me, "We're all gonna miss you, Edward." Well, I couldn't. My heart sank. My heart sank. But then Mr. Starr bought me to work on the main to help build a railroad. And well, there's more about my old line than what I just told you, but that was that was a pretty story. What do you all think? Gordon replied, "That was the most intense story we've ever heard about someone's old line. Even more than James. Even when James worked for the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway, we only heard bits and pieces. Well, there's going to be more one day. I'm going to tell more, but I'm right now pooped out. I'm right now pooped out from all the stories I've told. So, see you. Oh. Engines, said the Fat Controller. One by one, the steam team members all drifted off into dreamland. But sir, Henry said, You two, it's time for you two to go to sleep. As James said, "Okay, sir, I was already tired." But Emily said that I can't believe Edward's old life on the Furness Railway. As we all drifted off to sleep, the faculty said, "Good night, Joe. I'm heading home."